For the past 2 months, Minnesota has been on a roll in terms of scoring the most goals in the West and allowing the least. Is this team really a cup contender?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, until they prove otherwise, I think they're definitely in the conversation, that's for sure. Bruce Boudreau is proving that he's one of the best regular season coaches in the National Hockey League. Now, will that success translate into the postseason? Only time will tell, but they have all the pieces you're looking for a Stanley Cup champion. They have size down the middle with number one center Eric Stahl, Mikko Koivu. They got a number one defenseman and Ryan Suter, and they got a horse in the back end playing in net and Devin Dubnyk. So when you look at the recipe for all the previous Stanley Cup champions as of late, the last 5 or 6 years, that's exactly what you have. And Minnesota Wild right now have that. You throw in the fact that they've been hungry, and the state of Minnesota is the capital of hockey here in the U.S. I mean, I would be surprised if they don't have a nice long run this year. Now, can the coaching staff make the proper adjustments over the course, of a nice long playoff run? Only time will tell. But don't forget, they've got Scotty Stevens, a Stanley Cup champion, New Jersey Devils, a former captain, a feared defender, coaching the defense in the back end. So I'm sure that experience will help that young defensive core going forward, coming down the stretch.
And the Wild opponent tonight, of course, the Blues. Jake Allen been struggling in net. Martin Brodeur, by the way, the assistant GM there, knows something about goaltending, so I was curious to see how this plays out. Carter Hutton, though, going to get the start tonight after an impressive performance against the Penguins. Which of these goalies, Anson, you think is the guy to take the Blues on in the postseason?
I think right now it's Carter Hutton. I mean, they've given Allen a chance. I'm sure he's going to regain his game. They went with him after letting Elliott go to Calgary Flames in the offseason. But I like Carter Hutton's game right now. It's going to take a while for Jake Allen to find his game. He's lucky he has a guy like Marty Brodeur there, the legend that he is, to be able to bounce some things off of. But Marty Brodeur can't put the pads on for you. Eventually, you got to go in the net and stop pucks. And goaltending is one of those games or one of those positions that's very mental, just as much as it's physical, because you're out there all by yourself. When you make a mistake, it shows up on the highlights like it is we're seeing right now. It isn't like you're playing defense or forward where you make a mistake and you got someone else covering up for you. So you got to be mentally strong, and I want to see Jake Allen improve his mental strength, because that's what it comes down to between an elite goaltender and just a good goaltender. It's just mental toughness between the ears.